Upon visiting the world of Sinner, crafted by developer Darkstar, you'll be faced with 7 stone mounds, and it is here our story truly begins. If you sacrifice health and stamina at the middlemost mound, straight ahead of the entrance to the great stone mound area, you can enter a portal and come face to face with Faiz Tilus, the Doctor of Death himself. Today I will give a brief description of who I think he truly is and why. Remember though, this is my opinion, not fact. I'm Swift Artblade of AcrossthePondEntertainment, and this is Game Pass Lore. Other than a poem that gives a small look into what Faiz's backstory is, it is the cutscene just before facing this Plague Doctor that really gives you a clue on who he was. Faiz Tilus was a healer of great renown. He experimented on the dead, on himself, and the living. Dr. Faustus is an Elizabethan tragedy by playwright Christopher Marlowe, based on the German stories about the character Faust. This play was written between the years 1589 and 1592. It follows Faust as he makes a deal with the devil for 24 years of service from Mephistopheles, a demon bound to the devil himself, and the ability to use magic. The play then follows the struggle of Faust's mind as he refuses to repent, believing he is already damned, and subsequently is dragged to hell at the end. Faust, although is written as a prideful character, is greedy in his search for raising the dead and immortality. If the character was so prideful, he would ask for no such help, even from the devil himself. My belief that Faiz Tilus is based off a legend of Faustus, not only due to the names being slightly similar, comes from the fact that when you look at how Faiz Tilus is depicted, the Plague Doctor mask alone echoes back to the 1400s, where all the Faustius legends originate. Even though there is no evidence to suggest the beak mask was worn, it was highly linked to the Black Plague that ravaged Europe in that period of time. So here is Faiz Tilus' story as I see it. A man born in the early 14th century, Faiz Tilus watched as friends and family were struck down by the plague. His young mind would later be filled with knowledge. He would study and study in a hope to end the tide of death and devastation brought on by the plague. He gained doctorates from many universities, and later, with research and time, he went on to cure the plague and became known as the great healer of men and women. But fame comes with a price, an expectation that every new disease or ailment that would befall the people, Faiz Tilus would be able to cure it. And when he couldn't, he delved deeper and deeper into ancient texts and necromancy. That's when the epiphany hit. If he couldn't keep up with the ailments, he would cure death itself. It is my belief this is where the legend of Frankenstein comes from, as he dug up body after body to experiment on. But it wasn't enough. So he moved on to the living, friends, family, in his pursuit to cure death. It didn't matter. But as the pool of victims mounted too high, he moved on to the one person he could experiment on: himself. Death took note of this and came to him, offering a deal, all of his knowledge for Faiz Tilus' soul. Faiz Tilus accepted. not realizing he had been tricked. His greed for power and knowledge consumed him. He became Death's weapon, ending many of the lives he had saved from Death's own hands. Death always wins, and now Faiz Tilus waits for redemption. Did you like my first ever lore video? If so, want to see more? Hit that like and subscribe button, and maybe leave a comment on what scene you would like to see Lord next. I'm Swift Artblade, and it's been fun.